Now, coming to this question, this is standard where ऐसे 805 में जनरल नॉलेज का क्वेश्चन है कि क्लाइंट सिंगल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट, द क्लाइंट इज प्रिपेयरिंग द सिंगल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट और अ सिंगल एलिमेंट और इट इज गिविंग यू टू ऑडिट अ सिंगल अकाउंट और आइटम ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. क्या वो आइटम और द स्पेसिफिक एलिमेंट और वेदर दैट सिंगल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट कैन बी प्रिपेयर्ड एज पर जनरल पर्पस फ्रेमवर्क एंड एज पर स्पेशल पर्पस फ्रेमवर्क और नॉट?
Yes,
It can be prepared as per
can be said.
either general or both general and special.
It can be prepared as per the general purpose framework and also as per the special purpose framework financial system. The answer is yes. So you will have to apply SA 700 series plus your 805 along with it, right? Or your SA 800 plus 805 can together work. Yes, we understood that clearly. Okay. The सवाल इसके किस तरह के आइटम्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट और सिंगल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट कैसे एंटिटी बोल सकता है प्रिपेयर करने के लिए. फॉर एग्जांपल दे ओनली, सॉरी नॉट प्रिपेयर, ऑडिट करने के लिए. फॉर एग्जांपल द क्लाइंट इज सेइंग कि नहीं नहीं, आई डोंट वांट द फुल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट, यू जस्ट गिव मी द you just do the audit of account receivable, allowance for bad debt or the inventory or the liability for accrued benefits or like for schedule of tangible assets etc. So any item of financial statement they can give you, एक पर्चा भी दे सकता है वो ऑडिट करने के लिए, राइट? सो what are the things that you need to consider, what are the special consideration in this case? एक second, what is the full name of standard? Special consideration for audit of single financial statement, a specific element, accounts or items of financial statement. You will all refer to your own material, but से points match कर लो. You have the scope of SA 805, auditor's objective, then the acceptance of consideration. Now I have highlighted this yesterday. When you read the acceptance considerations, right? So you have to see the applicability of standards on auditing, which is a big answer, 5-6 points, right? And then applicability of FRF, which is a relatively small point, but question can be asked from both the aspects. Then you will have certain planning and performance consideration. Then you will have to form the opinion. Then also you will have to form an opinion, and forms of opinion is a separate topic, and under which you have the factors that may affect the auditor's consideration of use of a phrase presents fairly or true and fair view. Did we do this question yesterday? Under form of opinion, there was a question on factor that may affect the auditor's consideration, right? We'll go through that again. And then forming an opinion and reporting consideration is the last point. What is your scope? And your scope has a latest amendment as well, right? SA 705 deals with a special consideration in application of these standards on auditing to audit a single financial statement or a specific element or account or item of financial statement, which is prepared either as per general purpose framework or a special purpose framework. However, please be very careful. Your SA 805 will not apply to report on a component auditor issued as a result of work performed on a financial information of a component at a request of group engagement team for the purpose of audit of group financial statement. Clear? We were very clear about this yesterday only. Now, what are the objectives of auditor as per SA 805? To address appropriately special considerations relevant to one, acceptance, second, planning and performance, and third, reporting, forming an opinion and reporting. Now, the point here is, before you accept or say yes to your client for auditing a single financial statement or a single element or an item of financial statement, what consideration you will have? So first, please understand the applicability of standards on auditing in which your SA 800, your SA 200 requires you to comply with all the relevant standards on auditing. This requirements applies under the audit as per 805. Even if the auditor is also engaged to do the audit of complete set of financial statement. So you are the auditor of complete set of financial statement and you are also doing the audit of inventory separately as a separate engagement. Will you apply all the relevant standards at both the places? We agreed on that yesterday only. Yes. However, if what is the problem here is, if you are not if you the engagement of doing the complete set of financial statement is with PwC and only the single item is with you, then you will determine what?
Whether it is practicable.
Determine the practicability of auditing single financial statement and element as per standards on auditing. Yes. Now, please also understand when you are doing the audit of single financial statement, you will still be required to comply with each requirement of standards on auditing unless it is not relevant or the condition for the application of that essay doesn't apply. Yes. So now here comes that example where the compliance of relevant essays to the audit of single financial statement or specific element may not be applicable, may not be practicable. Why? Remember that point where you were doing the audit of, you were appointed to do the audit of data, but you know that data originated from the sales, and for you to do the audit of data, you first need to understand all the internal controls. You have to perform the TOD on sales. Then only you can actually comment on the or give any opinion on the data. Right? So when the auditor is not also engaged to do the audit of complete entities complete set of financial statement, the auditor may need further evidence to corroborate audit evidence acquired from the accounting record, and hence it may not be practicable for him to do this audit. Guys, will you be able to write this entire line along with the example in exams? Now then there is a disproportionate, so this is the point where it is not practicable because you need to find the corroborative audit evidence. Did you get this word in your point? This point, you might need to have a corroborative audit evidences. Yes. So this is corroborative audit evidences, but in the next point your answer will change. It is because the work required may be disproportionate to the element being audited. And here, what was the example we are going to take? Essay 570 going concern, right?
Debtors with going concern.
Correct. So in case you are doing the audit of a specific element, a certain essays requires auditor work that may be disproportionate to the element being audited. For example, 570 requires the auditor to consider the going concerns, for which you will have to apply a lot of procedure. Now, to comply with those requirements, it may not be practicable because of the audit effort required. Will you be able to include this line? First, disproportionate work. Second, going concern example. And third, because it will require you to put a lot of effort. That is why, what is the solution here? We are talking about the problem statement, or what is the solution? You will discuss with management for
Another type of engagement
might be more practicable.
Exactly. So now, will you be able to write these 5 points, guys, clearly for 805 acceptance? Now comes you have to understand the applicability of AFRF, right? Now in 800, we only talked about the acceptability of the AFRF in the acceptance wala point. Here you had such a, not just that, like in the planning and performing, they were talking about the other standards. Here in the acceptance only, they said that because of the disproportionate work, lot of effort will be required, it may not be practicable. So they are discussing acceptability of essay in the acceptance point only. Now comes the acceptability of AFRF, right? Financial reporting framework. SA 210 requires the auditor to determine whether the FRF applied in preparing the single financial statement, right? This required determination of whether the AFRF will result in the presentation that provides adequate disclosure to enable the intended user to understand the information conveyed in the single financial statement. Do you remember what I told you? The client just give you itna sa parcha ki mera inventory is 110 CR. How do what intended user से उसको क्या समझेगा उस information से? At least give some disclosures, right, in your notes to accounts, like they give the aging schedule, you know what, कब से inventory तुम्हारा pending है, उसमें obsolete inventory क्या है, latest inventory क्या है, how do you value, the method of the valuation, right? All of that, where is it? So make sure that disclosures are given enough in a certain way so that intended user can understand what you have audited, right? You will not do that, client will do it, but at least you will make sure that client is doing that. Second, if there is any if there is any effect of the material transaction or events on that information conveyed, whether the disclosure is given or not of that, right? So both application of whether the presentation is enough, and where there is a application of any event of material transaction, the effect of it is also disclosed or not. Will you be able to write this point 1 exactly as it is? write in your own words. ICAI is not like you saying this, but at least these two specific points you will be able to write. Correct. Second point, we agreed that a single financial statement or specific elements may be prepared in accordance with the applicable FRF, that is based on a FRF given by the standard setting organization for the for the preparation of complete set of financial statement. So for whatever, for example IFRS के basis पे complete set of financial statement बनता है, उसी के basis पर entity has prepared the debtor schedule, inventory schedule, or it is done on the basis of Indian GAAP, right? Ind AS के basis पे complete set बनता है, उसी के basis पर entity debtor schedule बना के लाए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, right? So in this case, determine the acceptability of applicable FRF and may involve considering whether that FRF includes all the requirement of the framework on which it is to be based that are relevant to the presentation of a single financial statement that provide adequate disclosure. So you are very much worried about the disclosure in the second point, which is about the acceptability of the FRF. What do you say, guys? Can I take you to the planning and performance consideration? Now, this is a fairly easy answer. Small points, but very specific points about the 5 things. First, whenever you are planning and performing the audit of financial statement prepared prepared for single financial statement or single item or element, in planning that, auditor shall adopt all the standards on auditing that is necessary for the audit. First point is very simple: adopt all the essays, adopt all the essays. Second, when you are auditing the single financial statement or complete set of complete set of financial statement, then the whatever audit evidence that you have already obtained as per the complete set, you can just nevertheless use the same one in the current in the single item also. But here is a caveat: you will still need to perform and plan and perform the plan and perform the audit procedure to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, right? Now we can relate point B to point C, point D in a later stage. Why they are saying that you will still need to perform audit procedure? Okay, we'll go there. Now, individual financial statement that comprise of the complete set of financial statement elements, related notes are interrelated. Everything is interrelated. So auditor may not be able to consider 805 items in isolation, and that is why consequently you may need to perform the procedure which is related to the interrelated items to meet the objective of 805. Yes. So for example, if you're doing the audit of inventory, you might need to talk about the existence of the inventory. How do you determine inventory ka existence? Once you check the purchase documents, once you check the dispatch documents, right? इन्वेंट्री का एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे है, उसके आसपास की भी तो चीजें देखनी पड़ती है ना भाई. इन्वेंट्री आया कैसे, परचेजेस के थ्रू. इन्वेंट्री डिस्पैच जो है वो बराबर से माइनस हो रहा है क्या सिस्टम पे? सिर्फ ऐसा थोड़ी कि फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री काउंट अटेंड करके आ गया और बोला इन्वेंट्री एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है. अरे, whether it is complete, whether its valuation is good. So you have to see that, because complete set of financial statement में ऐसा होता है, you may end up आपका जो भी आइटम रहेगा ना, उसके related items आपको देखना पड़ेगा. So इसमें वापस मनन ने बोला था फिर ये तो बहुत काम करना पड़ेगा. हाँ, अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते, वो है अभी. ठीक है. Now the point here is, हमने क्या बोला था कि whenever you are the auditor of complete set of financial statement, and at the same time you are the auditor of a specific set of financial statement, nevertheless you will still have to put the audit procedures in the single financial statement. Why? Because जब आप complete set of financial statement का audit करता है तो आपका materiality fairly बहुत ज्यादा होता है, ठीक है. But when you do the audit of a single financial statement or a single element, आपका materiality lower हो जाता है. जैसे materiality कम होगा, automatically आपको मेहनत ज्यादा करना पड़ेगा. किस चीज में मेहनत? In the nature, time and extent of audit procedure, and also in evaluating the uncorrected misstatement. Materiality determined for a single financial statement or for a specific element may be lower than the materiality for a complete set of financial statement. That will affect your nature, time and extent of audit procedure and also evaluation of uncorrected misstatement. Make sense? Last 2 points. Total of 6 points are there, sorry. Now, you must carefully consider the applicability of various standards when you are doing the audit of single financial statement. even if only a part of financial statement is being audited under this SA, still the requirement of 240, you can't say no, 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 abhi fraud investigation थोड़ी करेंगे. No, 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 no. Fraud investigation नहीं, but ऐसे 240 की तो requirement कर ही सकते हो ना. Yes. So 240, 550 and 570 will remain relevant. Why? Because 240 क्यों देखना है? क्योंकि फ्रॉड हो सकता है, या फिर गोइंग कंसर्न बेसिस के लिए आपको 570 देखना पड़ सकता है. 550 क्यों देखना पड़ सकता है? क्योंकि रिलेटेड पार्टी रिलेशनशिप एंड ट्रांजैक्शन में राड़ा हो सकता है एंटिटी का. यस, इट मे कंटेन द इरेगुलरिटीज, transaction not in the normal course of business, all of that. Yes. Can we do the last point? This point is also amended one, right? The auditor must determine the appropriate persons within the entity's governance structure. Why? So that you can communicate the requirement of SA 260. You can fulfill your requirement of SA 260. But here, वापस एक caveat है, TCWG are also the people who are also managed in the entity. So communication आप उसके हिसाब से adjust कर लेना. The responsibility of overseeing the preparation of financial statement, single financial statement may differ as compared to the complete set of financial statement. So you have to find out कि भाई appropriate person कौन है, किसके साथ में 260 का requirement fulfill करेंगे. Are we clear, guys? Point 1 किसके बारे में था? Please unmute yourself and talk to me. Point 1 planning and performing में आप किसके बारे में लिखने वाले हो? How will you remember?
All relevant essays.
All
All relevant
essays that
essays.
are applicable.
Adopting all the relevant standards on
Relevant essays.
single items. Yes. Point B.
When you are setting both the
audit evidence.
So complete set of financial statement useful हो सकता है single में, but nevertheless you will still have to perform the audit procedure.
Procedures
to
Relation to
obtain.
interrelated items.
Correct. Third point was related to interrelated items.
Interrelated
Complete set में सब कुछ interrelated होता है. So you may not be able to do SA 805 में
isolation.
to perform the audit procedure for the related items as well, right?
Yes.
Point B says about the materiality that you can be considered to 5 maybe not
Then
less,
the
but then the
other than
The
the
loan the materially
that will
determines
have
the
impact on
entity's complete
the nature, time and extent.
Of the audit
and
procedure.
evaluation of the
related statements.
Last two, 240 to 550, 570 requirements as it is applied because of the fraud, because of the application of going concern basis of accounting, and because of the effect of related party.
Yes.
Last is identify
CWG communication.
appropriate party for
Determine appropriate person.
and also the people of overseeing the single financial statement may be different,
May not be same person.
may not be same. Now here comes the question. Here comes, how will you form the opinion? When you are forming the opinion, before that please know that you will be expected to write that 210 first require you to present your form and expected content of audit report to the auditor, और आप वो engagement letter के time पे ही बता देते हो उसको. However, the expected form of opinion क्या होगा? It will be a matter of your professional judgment. Now सवाल ये है कि whether you use the word presents fairly in all material respect. ऐसे 200 क्या बोलता है? How do you present, what is your objective? To obtain reasonable assurance that financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, right? And financial statement is and also to enable the auditor to express an opinion whether the financial statement in all material respect is prepared as per AFRF. But सवाल ये है कि कैसे बोले ये presents fairly as in all material respect or gives a true and fair view. How do we choose? So depends on the jurisdiction जहां पर वो FRF acceptable है. Will you remember this word? Depends on the jurisdiction वाला point. यहाँ पर कौन सा phrase use करना है? You have this, right?
Presents fairly in all material aspects or gives a true and fair view.
Now we had a question related to this, right? How do you determine what phrase to be used? Factor may affect the.
Ma'am, can you please explain that last point? In my notes, ma'am, that last point depends on judgment is not written.
Depends on jurisdiction.
Okay.
Not the judgment. The point here is what phrase you use presents fairly or gives a true and fair view. Just see कि आप किस जगह पर हो, like in what country, what jurisdiction you are actually on, what jurisdiction your audit report is going to be read. So वहां पर normally क्या phrase use किया जाता है, आप वो phrase use करो. ठीक है. नाउ
Okay, ma'am.
come to the factors. How do you determine कि क्या आपको कौन सा phrase use करना है? So whether AFRF is restricted to preparation of complete set of financial statement, सबसे पहले तो आप वो चेक कर लेना. जिस AFRF को बेस करके क्लाइंट ने फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बनाया हुआ है, उसके हिसाब से अगर आपको डिटरमाइन करना है कि कौन सा वर्ड यूज करोगे, तो पहले देख लेना. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि वो कंप्लीट सेट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट के ऊपर ही रिस्ट्रिक्टेड है, राइट? सेकंड, वेदर सिंगल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट और element of financial statement comply fully with each of those requirement of the framework, उसके बेसिस पर देखो. और sometimes it may be necessary, देखो जब भी ना आप बोलते हो ना पेयर presents fairly as per the material respect material in all material respect as per AFRF, मतलब it is like a rule कि अगर set of ये rule दिया है तो आपने उसके हिसाब से present कर दिया. But when you say a financial statement gives a true and fair view, that means in order to give a true and fair view आपने शायद AFRF के रिक्वायरमेंट से बियॉन्ड जाके आपने कुछ एडिशनल प्रेजेंटेशन दिया होगा, राइट? सो वहां पर आप रूल बेस्ड नहीं गए हो, वहां पर आपने मेक श्योर किया है कि इट गिव्स ट्रू एंड फेयर व्यू. सो वहां पर इसके लिए उन्होंने पॉइंट बोला कि समटाइम्स इट इफ नेसेसरी टू अचीव द फेयर प्रेजेंटेशन, इट प्रोवाइड द डिस्क्लोजर बियॉन्ड दोज स्पेसिफिकली रिक्वायर्ड बाय द फ्रेमवर्क, और इन एक्सेप्शनल सर्कमस्टेंसेस इट डिपार्ट्स फ्रॉम द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ framework. Will you be able to write these 2-3 points in the factors that may affect use of phrase? Did you get this question in your books at least, guys? पहले तो ये बताओ. You have it, right? Shall I go to the last leg of essay 805? Harshvardhan, are you here? Are you able to understand everything? Okay, beautiful. Now, last point is forming an opinion and reporting consideration. Now, we know that this is a good question for 5-6 marks from 805, right? First of all, is this the question that was asked in the exam November में? नहीं ना? This was the question क्या?
Yes, यही था.
ओके, ठीक है. सो इसका लोड मत लो, है ना?
उसका नीचे का कि अगर एडवर्स दिया है तो क्या दे सकते हैं.
करेक्ट. हाँ, उसमें से वन ऑफ द केस सिनेरियो आया था. नो, वी कांट अज्यूम कि पूरा स्टैंडर्ड आपको पूरा वो टॉपिक आता है. नो, उसका एक केस सिनेरियो पूछा था उन्होंने वहां पर. अभी लिसन टू मी, मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ. व्हेन यू आर फॉर्मिंग एन ओपिनियन के टाइम पे 3 जनरल कंसिडरेशन होते हैं, फिर स्पेशल कंसिडरेशन होते हैं, ठीक है? नाउ लिसन टू मी. जनरल कंसिडरेशन क्या है कि व्हेन यू आर अप्लाइंग essay 800 फॉर essay 805 engagement, if appointed for complete set of financial statement, please issue a separate opinion for each engagement. दोनों का सेम ओपिनियन नहीं देकर आना है. एंड प्लीज मेक श्योर if both the opinions are published together, like सेम दोनों ऑडिट रिपोर्ट एक साथ में ही पब्लिश करने वाला है क्लाइंट, सो प्लीज मेक श्योर उनका प्रेजेंटेशन जो है वो फेयरली डिफरेंशिएटेड होना चाहिए. एंड डू नॉट इशू ऑडिट रिपोर्ट अनलेस एंड अनटिल आप सिंगल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट के ऊपर सेटिस्फाइड हो कि भाई ये sufficient and appropriate audit evidence मिल गया है. Yes? Now, special considerations क्या आते हैं यहाँ पर कि अभी सुनो मेरी बात. अभी यहाँ पर कुछ चीजें आपको अलाउ की मतलब कुछ चीजें आपको सामने से डिसअलाउ कर देते हैं, फिर बाद में बोलते हैं नहीं कर लो. ठीक है? रिमेंबर, ये कल हमने चीजें एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिकली देखी थी. फर्स्ट पॉइंट में दे से दैट इफ द ओपिनियन of complete set of financial statement is modified or your audit report includes EOM para and OM para, please determine its impact on the 805 report. कि क्या उसका impact मेरे 805 में मुझे लेना है क्या? And when you deem appropriate, then you shall modify and include EOM para in the single financial statement as well. ये दो चीजें बहुत सिंपल था, फर्स्ट 2 पॉइंट्स. पॉइंट 3 के ऊपर से क्वेश्चंस बनता है कि where auditor concludes that it is necessary to give a adverse opinion or disclaimer of opinion on complete set of financial statement, then in that case essay 705 will never allow you to give unmodified opinion on single financial statement because it will contradict your adverse opinion or disclaimer of opinion. But the point 4 and point 6 are exceptions to this. If the auditor consider it necessary that modified opinion or disclaimer of opinion in complete set of financial statement is necessary, but in the context of separate financial statement element or auditor nevertheless thinks that unmodified opinion chalega, तो करो. But कब करोगे? when these three conditions are satisfied. What are those three conditions, guys?
Not prohibited by
Prohibited by law or regulation.
Or they are not,
Not published together.
or
No major.
Not a major portion.
तो
not
single
constitute
financial
not a major
statement का जो item है और element है, it is not a major portion of complete set of financial statement. Yes. Now, if complete set of financial statement में disclaimer दिया है, but disclaimer is given only with respect to the P&L items, that is operational result or cash flow, can you still issue unmodified opinion on the balance sheet?
Yes.
Under point 6, it is permitted. Yes. So सिर्फ एक ही point बाकी है अपना. Point 5. If modification of EOM or OM does not relate to the single financial statement or item, auditor may still deem it appropriate to refer to the modification and do it if it is relevant for the understanding of the financial statement for the user in the OM para. So ये point बहुत simple सा बोला था, मैंने आपको ये बताया था. ये point का intention क्या है? You want to bring more transparency, but not more transparency about the item which you are auditing. In the item that you audited, वहां पर कुछ problem नहीं था. But single financial, but if modification, complete set of financial statement में there is a modification EOM or OM related to some other matter, you are still referring to that in your audit report on single financial statement to bring out more understanding for the intended user. ऐसा ही हुआ था ना point 5 में? Did you all agree in the same manner? Yes. Can I get some yes?
Yes.
ये जो
Yes.
लास्ट पॉइंट आपने बोला ना,
हाँ
उस मॉडिफिकेशन है वो कंप्लीट सेट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट में बोल रहे हो आप.
हाँ.
ओके.
एंड इट डज नॉट रिलेट टू योर आइटम. आप तो डेटर को ऑडिट
हाँ,
करते थे, वहां
हाँ.
पर तो मॉडिफिकेशन इन्वेस्टमेंट की वजह से गया था, बट आप फिर भी इंक्लूड कर रहे हो आपके रिपोर्ट में और बोल रहे हो कि आई वांट टू ब्रिंग मोर ट्रांसपेरेंसी फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द यूजर. तो कहाँ करोगे? पहली बात ओएम पैरा में करोगे. अपने रिपोर्ट में मत मॉडिफिकेशन ले आना, अदर मैटर पैराग्राफ डालना और उसके अंदर बात करना उसके लिए.
ठीक है.
एंड दैट कंक्लूड्स 805. गाइस, टेक टाइम, जस्ट क्विकली 2 मिनट में एब्जॉर्ब करो जो भी आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन एब्जॉर्ब करनी है. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स आस्क मी, देन वी विल गो टू 810.
हाँ.
बोलो ना.
तो वो जो कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी वाला पॉइंट था, देखो कल लास्ट वाला कि कैश फ्लोज एंड ऑपरेशन, तो वो सिर्फ वो एक ही केस में वैसा कंसिडर करना है, बाकी कोई
बैलेंस शीट वाले में ऐसा वाइसा वर्सा मत कर देना कि बैलेंस शीट में अगर
हाँ मैं वो
तो मैं पीएनएल में अनमॉडिफाई दे. नहीं. इसके लिए उन्होंने स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन किया. दैट इज नॉट एन एग्जांपल, स्पेसिफिकली दिया हुआ है इसमें.